In today's episode, I'll be giving my review and reaction to the fifth episode in Survivor's 48th season titled Masterclass in Deception. Let's get right into this Masterclass in Deception. Do something, man. People are questioning you. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, yep, do that. Sure, guys. Stupid and dumb. Just an idiot. Get your shit together, son. Fuck it. I loved it. Welcome to the Dub Cast. This episode title makes absolutely no sense. I'm trying to think it through. I don't even think that this even. I'm going to look on my phone, make sure this was the phone. The phone. Make sure this was the episode title. Because who was decepting who? That's the title, guys. No one was decepting anyone. Usually I like to start off, but talking about last week and where we're going, just go through the episode. But I'm sad, man. I'm sad about Bianca. She was just this episode became my favorite player of the season, and now she's gone. Her and Thomas back to back. Come on, man. Two icons in a row. Justin, 2 weeks ago from Boston. We can't get no love in this season, man. But let's get right into this episode. So, starting it out off last week, we obviously had the beautiful play by Camilla and Kyle to blindside Thomas on a 2 or 3-0 vote, idle him out of the game, and obviously we come back from camp as we always do. Shaheen and Joe were the two players in the party that was blindsided. Shaheen respects the play. Joe, to me, seemed a little bit salty about all that went on. I don't know. I thought maybe he could have handled that a little bit better. You got to at least do the fake, it's all good because you can't be salty. That just puts a target on your back. That's Dubcast Survivor 101. I have been preaching that in my reviews. But yeah, Thomas, man. I'm still mourning the Thomas episode, and now I have to lose Bianca. This purple tribe was iconic, and we're getting rid of the good people, but whatever. We'll talk about it for sure. So, speaking of Bianca, we get to the reward challenge where it's revealed that Thomas was voted out at the last tribal council. I gotta say, I don't like how they turned around and then they don't show the reaction. Like, show us either keep them forward and then it's like Vula's coming in, Thomas voted out at the last tribal council. Then we see all their faces in a panoramic view. Don't let them turn around, bro, because then they turn around and then they turn like it's fake. Obviously, Bianca is in shock about Thomas being voted out. They're the number ones in the game, but I just thought of that on the fly, actually. I didn't even write that down. But make that better. I think that's honestly a slept on. There's a good compilation out there. I'm getting off topic. Best voted off reactions. I like that video. Real ball knowers of Survivor have watched that video. But we need to recreate those moments and be like, it's so funny over the past couple seasons because they'll act like shocked when it's like Claire being voted out in season 44. But then when Thomas is voted out, she's like, oh, nice. But Bianca's clearly in shock. Don't gotta worry, girl. You're gonna be joining him soon. So the reward challenge, first real reward challenge of the season. You win, you get a visit to the sanctuary where you get pastries, donuts, croissants, just what people who are struggling with hunger need. I gotta say, this would be a tough sanctuary because I don't like ham and I'd have to eat ham and cheese. Can we get a bacon, egg, and cheese? Imagine, dude. Imagine you're starving for 10 days and you just get a bacon, egg, and cheese and a croissant, a Dunkin' bacon, egg, and cheese and a croissant, side of hash. That's crisp. That's crisp. Anyways, pretty hum-ho. Reward challenge. I don't really like to get into the challenges too much because they're just the challenges. They take up a lot of time. First place is the new purple team. That is the team with Star, Eva, David, Charity, and Mary. And that's going to cause some controversy, which we'll get to in a second. The new Vula team with the 4 members wins second place. And so once purple team wins first place, there's a little bit back and forth because Jeff asks Mary, "What's good?" Mary, finally gets to win a challenge, get a reward, and she's like, "You know what? Yeah, we're gonna be the team that sets the pace. We're the first ones of the sanctuary. It feels good to win." Say is not having that. They are still beefing. No one listened to Uncle Cedric, bro. You guys were supposed to be cool with each other. So yeah, I don't know what that was about, but open beef. This turns a lot of people against Say. Turns out to be a huge red herring for the whole episode. I mean, I thought Mary gloated a little bit too much, in my opinion. I thought she overshared. The same thing Mitch said about Say, actually, I think could actually apply to Mary. Like, you can have your opinions, just keep them to yourself. You gotta be like, oh, it's nice to win, but I mean, you can give some gloating, but you can't give like a answer like Mary did, where it's like in your face. Just my opinion. I think Say was justified as well, but also probably don't say that. I mean, if I was playing, I think I'd just play a super scared game and probably get voted out. And like the Zach, where I literally would be the first person voted out. But no, I wouldn't. I'd win. So cast me. Season 51. I'll be there. Anyways, back at camp, Say, after losing, they are upset with her because she sat out and she's like, I need a break. I played in every challenge. Chrissy's like, girl, I played in every challenge too. What about it? And Say also eats the fruit right after coming back. She's the one who didn't participate in the challenge. So now, now I'm getting pissed off reading this back. Oh. Anyways, so Say eating fruit, didn't participate in the challenge. This irks the other tribe members because she didn't actually exert any effort. She's like, I need a break. I'm an adult. I can do what I want. Chrissy giving some Reem vibes. Little 10-season throwback at this point, but Say thinks she's momming her, so they have a little beef back and forth. Bianca uses this time to bond with Mitch over a mutual dislike/disdain of Say. Potentially could vote her out. I can't even talk. I'm so mad. Anyways, Bianca actually has options as well because she's speaking with Say and Cedric on the side. So this is the tribe with the 2-2-1 split. Bianca in the middle. It would be easy to just dump on Bianca. I can't even go through these notes. But she seems to have options where she could flip either way. But the problem is she does not have a vote. Now we go to the sanctuary where David gets high on milk. He's like, this is the biggest high of my life. Dude, I haven't drank milk in like 10 years. I don't like the thought of milk kind of disgusts me. I don't know. I think I need to start drinking milk again. I have been in the gym, going on 14 months now. So maybe I need to start drinking milk. I have seen progression in my arms. Once again, the people out there ask me to shoot the shit. So I'll sneak some things in there about my own personal life. I don't like milk though, but I can't relate to David on this. I know it's his favorite thing. He likes chocolate milk. He likes milk. Good for him. The idea of, and I just did a movie review for Beautiful Boy. It's all about like getting high and being addicted to drugs. And then David's like, the best high of my life was on milk. Good for you, brother. Also another hilarious scene is like Eva. She's like, I can't pick up on people's social cues. I really don't understand what's going on. And Charity's crying her eyes out. And then Eva's like, she's fake. I don't know why. I mean, I'm in good spirits, man. It's been a long night. Like at this point, I don't care who wins the season. And my two favorite players are out of the game. My favorite duo in the game's out. My favorite trio in the game is out. Purple team was the team of destiny, man. This stupid orange team. Anyways, I thought that was hilarious. And there's a lot of heat on Charity, so we'll definitely get to that later, but I don't know if people are picking up what she's putting down necessarily. So back in the Green Tribe, obviously they got the second place. They got a nice little kit of donuts and pastries to eat. This was a pretty sad scene leading into another sad scene in the Immunity Challenge, which obviously we'll get to. But we learn a little bit of backstory about all the tribe members besides Kyle. So Shaheen's backstory, his dad was a prisoner of war in Iran. His helicopter crashed right near the border of Iraq. Sorry, I want to get that right. Camilla has a tough backstory as well. Her family was in Sri Lanka with, they had two different ethnic groups, and one of them was viewed as minority, one was viewed as a majority, and her dad would get pulled over just based off being in the minority. So that was pretty fucked. I didn't know that that was a thing. So, Survivor, you're always learning stuff. So that was nice to learn about Camilla's backstory. I mean, it's great to see these players are all here now and enjoying the season, despite what their parents had to go through. Joe also has a backstory. His dad was picking cotton when he was 6 years old in the 40s and 50s and faced segregation laws. Met his mom and had to take a picture in front of a segregated fountain or something. I don't want to dismiss that as or something. I just don't remember, so I don't want to misspeak. So yeah, this causes them all to sort of, I don't want to say trauma bond, but after they all get their stories out there, they won, they're on the same page. They're going to form this 4-person alliance, and I think this 4-person alliance could be dirty. I'm rooting for it. Honestly, I like all these players a lot. These are probably 4 of my favorite players left in the game. And I think they have the perfect strategy where you come in on the middle. Not to get into too much of my Survivor experience, but I was just playing an org where this same thing happened, where I was on a strong team, like the orange team. We didn't lose any challenges. I go in to a mergatory where there's 8 people, and then we just team up with another team, and then we were a deadly 5-person alliance until the next round when I said I was in the bottom and flipped. So maybe this won't be destined for greatness, but this feels more real. Obviously, they're real people, not playing an organization on Discord. So yeah, nice little 4-person alliance. I think that alliance does have longevity potential in the game, so I'm keeping my eye on that. We get to the immunity challenge. I have to say, dude, Mitch might be the best challenge thrower and competitor of all time, dude. Crazy. This guy, everything they do, you're throwing balls into a hoop, you're throwing bouncing balls off a net into a table. What else? I mean, this dude's water, bro. Mitch is crazy at challenges. I think that is just going under the radar right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Mitch pulls off 2-3 immunities at this point. I think he's a dog in the challenges, so I respect Mitch for that. The new Green Tribe coming off their camaraderie wins first place, first challenge that the Green team overall has won, ending the Vula curse, so that was nice to see there. Good group of people, as I mentioned before. So the challenge comes down to the new Orange team and the new Purple team, and this is where the emotional moment comes through. I mentioned it on my episode that I posted super late yesterday about episode 4. It's been promoted all through CBS, especially watching March Madness. You see Jeffrey Probst crying, and the most emotional moment in Survivor history. I think it's top. That was emotional. That was very powerful. So the context of it, Eva is on the challenge by herself, and she's starting to lose it a little bit, back and forth. It's like the table maze where you have to guide the ball into the hole, and the ball keeps falling out, and you can see her getting more flustered and frustrated. And she had mentioned to Joe in episode 1, when everything started happening to her, she needs a helping hand and stuff like that. And Mary, I thought, did a very beautiful job being tell yourself you can do this. Obviously none of her tribe mates knew what was going on, but she was slowly kind of drifting away and just getting in her own head. Really, I don't want to misclassify anything and discredit her. So I mean, the people who watched, you know what I'm talking about. So she does it and actually wins second place for the Purple tribe. I know a lot of people thought that maybe she would lose and then keep going after and try and do it. But this is a super emotional moment where I didn't know that they weren't allowed to go up to other people, but Jeff allows Joe to go calm down Eva. They hold hands, they embrace, they hug, and he says you're coming out of it, and helps her calm down of what she calls an episode. So really beautiful moment. I mean, I was on the verge of tears with that. My mom was crying. Sad moment. Definitely lived up to the emotional hype that was out there. Just a beautiful relationship between Joe and Eva. Hope it continues. And after all this happens, obviously she's gonna, well, it's not obvious that she needs to do this or has to do this, but she opens up to everyone and tells about her story, her backstory. Honestly, it's a pretty good story. A lot of people count out people with autism, and I think autistic people are some of the smartest people in the world. I don't have specific examples, but I know that to be true. People with autism have crazy intelligence and can be just normal people as well. We see Eva. If Eva didn't tell anybody, I don't know if anyone would have even realized. So beautiful story by Eva. Pride of Rhode Island. We're happy to host you now. I know you're not from Rhode Island, but Rhode Island Pride, Brown University. So I'm rooting for Eva for sure, rooting for Joe. And yeah, I mean, emotional moment for everyone. A lot of people are crying. Jeff is taken aback. He starts crying, which I think I think people were talking about it. Maybe he's cried once before, but I think he said it. It's never happened. So first time we see Jeff cry, just super emotional. It goes beyond Survivor. It goes beyond the game. It does. So very emotional moment. Good moment to see that, in this world where, in my opinion, a lot of people are looking to hate and discredit people and come after people, and nothing is good anymore. This was a beautiful television moment. So let's take these moments and remind ourselves of who we are as people. We're humans and we love each other. Dubcast, inspirational message of the day. So back at the Purple Camp now, they won the challenge based off Eva, telling everyone about her story. Star now reveals that she has the Beware advantage to her tribe. And at first, I didn't really back this decision. I think the advantage that you don't have is the best one to have. Just not telling anyone. Obviously, she already told everyone on the team except Eva. Eva's like, I knew it was you. You're such a good liar. So everyone goes to work trying to solve this for her. And then, ironically, Eva is the one who does solve it for her. And Star says, "You take the idol." Does she get she gets her vote back, right? So no harm done. I honestly don't think it's the worst thing in the world. You clear the energy with that. Like, I don't have it. I gave it to Eva. That's clear and obvious. Like, Star's kind of alleviating the target there. So I don't think it's the worst move in the world. Trying to form a truce between her and Eva. I think she was really moved by Eva's story, so didn't want to be opposing her. So I kind of respect that move now. She couldn't solve it either. So it's like she's sitting on this idol for days and days. So it's like, might as well just give it up. I have no use. She would need to her vote back for this Purgatory is coming next round. Probably, they think. So, yeah, good job by Star, I guess. I don't hate the move. I don't love it. I just think it's fine. So, back at the New Orange tribe, we have the lead up to Tribal Council, the mess. Bianca is angling the two sides against each other between Cedric and Say, angling them against Chrissy and Mitch. I thought this was a weird plan initially where you're going in a split vote and then they have to switch again. Like, I think they would just do the thing where, like, they do the thing that Cedric did 2 weeks ago, except it's like other people deciding and they're just going to vote you out, Bianca. Because Jeff would eventually have to reveal that you don't have a vote, which this whole thing, I'm so over people not having a vote. If we can vote on people not losing their vote on Survivor 50, it's like all people have in this game is their vote, Jeffrey. This is the dumbest part of the new era. People don't have votes. It's like we're going into these like meta gaming rules and physics and the rules of the game and contracts and all this just to explain a vote out because one person didn't have a vote on a 4-person tribe. And I don't blame the players. Like, Justin shouldn't have told he should have probably told Cedric, but like he didn't need to tell anyone else. Bianca probably shouldn't have told other people about losing your vote. I think it's stupid. I think we get rid of these lost votes. Just give people their vote, man. The game is much simpler than doesn't need to be this difficult. So yeah, I thought this initial plan from her was bad. And then she learns about Cedric being looped in on the Say plan. So that's a good 1B. I hate the decision she makes right at the end. I get it though. I do. So Cedric is looped into the Say plan, but he says, I'm voting for Chrissy no matter what. So that's a 2-on-2. And then right before Tribal Council, Bianca tells Cedric she doesn't have a vote. I wrote in my notes, maybe a mistake. Biggest mistake of the game. That's why she lost the game. I mean, it looks boneheaded, but when you're sitting on that information for so long, the only person you told is Thomas. He's out of the game. It's like, you need this to break your way. So, I don't know. I think maybe I understand it, but I don't know. I don't love it. I wish she didn't do it, obviously. But like I said before, then your end game is 2-on-2, and then you're re-voting, and some people are voting like at the end. I don't know. Maybe the play was to try and get no, because that's my problem too. Of all people, Cedric tells Chrissy. It's like Chrissy has the beef with Say. Why wouldn't you just tell Say? Cedric is mismanaging the shit out of Say. Like, that's horrible gameplay. Also, Mitch has a block a vote. So we should have told Mitch. I mean, I know obviously she has no idea that happened. Maybe she knows about Mitch's journey through Chrissy or through through Thomas's journey. I don't know. I thought maybe tell Mitch, but the person who trusted was Cedric. Big mistake. Cedric, in my opinion, is just bungling this game pretty badly. Why would you not tell Say about that? I think Cedric will be gone in the next 2 or 3 votes. But yeah, the vote result comes in. 1 vote for Say, which we saw from Mitch. 1 vote for Chrissy, which we saw from Say. 1 vote for Bianca, presumably from Cedric. And then the last vote is for Bianca. She goes home on a 2-1 vote. Becomes the 5th person to vote out of the game. Poor thing. She's sobbing. She's emotional. I feel awful for her. Let her be on second chances too. Duos with Thomas. This is fucked up. I mean, obviously the big thing is she shouldn't have told Cedric about losing the vote, but even then it gets rocky. Like, I don't really know what her options were. Excited to listen to her exit interviews because this was fucked up, man. It really was. I was sad to see Bianca go. But it is what it is, right? So that will do it. Survivor Season 48, Episode 5. Bianca, I hope you're back. Great casting choice. She was giving a lot of energy. She was my favorite player this episode, and moving forward if she were to live on, but obviously she doesn't live on. It is what it is. So as always, I'll give my top 3 to win. I'll also give some analysis on who I still think is left out there that can win the game and who I think is dead in the water. So top 3 players to win. Number 1, I got Joe. Beautiful moment this episode. Strong backstory kind of built in there. It's a little bit suspect. Like, it wouldn't be like, oh, Joe had that backstory. So it was kind of built in there. I think he's really protected in the game. I don't know who's coming after him. He has this strong 4-person alliance. So I think that's going to be lasting. He has the relationship with Eva on the other team. I don't think Joe is in any danger anytime soon. Next to win, I have is Camilla. Same structure as Joe. She has even more people. She has her whole team left on the orange team. The whole original orange team is still in the game. So I think that's something to watch for Camilla. She's had a lot of strong scenes as well. Her backstory was revealed in this episode too. Number 3, I got Eva. This was kind of just like she was the player of the episode, so I'm putting her number 3. Do I actually think she can win? Probably not. I mean, she can win, but will she? Probably not. I think someone's going to come for the duo of Joe and her, and then she maybe gets voted out in like a split ricochet something. I don't know. I don't think Eva's number 3. I mean, Eva is my number 3, but I think she's less likely than the first 2 for sure. Other people I think could win the game. Shaheen's pretty much drawing dead in my opinion. Kyle I don't think is winning. Mary I think would be a strong consideration. She's probably in my top 5. Say or Cedric is not winning. David is maybe David's probably in my top 5 as well. So David and Mary next 2. Charity don't think is winning. Who else? Chrissy, no shot. Mitch is alive as well. And then Star, I don't think so. Who else am I missing? Mitch. I think I got everyone. So that's where I'm at in the game. Like I said, I rewatched my Survivor 47 reviews, and yeah, I was not really picking up what the editors were putting down. So, I mean, this is just pre-merge, so we'll see what happens. I'm sure the pictures will get more evident moving forward. Top 3 players out next. Number 1, I got Chrissy. She was hella active this episode. I think that editor's trend leans to her being the one to see you later next episode, but who knows with that. Number 2, I got Charity. A lot of negative speak about Charity from the initial tribe and on this new tribe. I think she could be a very beneficial mutual target for everyone to come together and rally against and vote out. I think someone from that orange team is going to go since they have every member there. Like, they're not going to bullshit and pussyfoot around that. So I think an orange member will go. My number 3 option is if one of those people don't go, it'll be Say. Say kind of fits the perfect mergatory boot, like Rome style game player, kind of out there, doing a lot, doing the most. So I think Say is potentially in danger as well for next round. So who's your guys' top 3 to win at this point? Who's your top 3 out next? Are you going to miss Bianca and Thomas as much as I am? Who are you loving this? I mean, there's still good players out there. I love Mary's energy. I'm not minding Say. People hate her. I'm not minding her. Joe I like. Eva I like. Kyle, Camilla. Shaheen, that whole crew, I think they're going to do damage. I mean, Chrissy, I'm not really vibing with, to be honest. Cedric, I think, is playing a horrible game. Um, Mitch is okay. I like Mitch. David, I like. Charity's fine, I guess. That's the state we're at, man. Sad day. I love Bianca. I love Thomas. Survivor, season 48, episode 5. So that's a wrap. Coming up, we have Beautiful Boy. Movie review was flowing on that one. Flowing tears, maybe, like Bianca being voted out. What else? Joker. Those are the next two next movie reviews. Besides that, we have Severance season 1 episode by episode review with a up top review at the beginning. Should be fun for everyone who just finished watching season 2 of Severance to go back and watch season 1 recap and review. But yeah, shows will be in the pipeline for sure. Daredevil, White Lotus, all the shows, weekly Survivor content. So really, the Dubcast is your place for everything. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, dislike, unsubscribe. Don't unsubscribe actually hurts me. Dislike I don't give a shit about because y'all don't like my opinion sometimes. I get that. But unsubscribing, that's where it really hurts. So yeah, another episode in the books. We'll be back next week. Survivor season's episode 6, Mergatory. So should be fun with 13 players running around the beach. So as always, be easy, y'all.